Hey guys, welcome back to Homework Help for Year 6. This is Areas Week 2. On question 15, we're doing set 4B. A rectangular garden measures 9 meters by 8 meters. What is the perimeter of this rectangle? Easy peasy. Here's how we do it. You have a regular rectangle. I can just... Alright. And you have it by 8 meters, so let's imagine that's 8 meters and that's 9 meters. Not drawn to scale, obviously. What's the perimeter? Okay, so all you gotta do is do 8 plus 9, and then we double it, because this is 8 and 9, this is also 8 and 9. So we have two lots of 8 plus 9. Okay, so 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 times 2 is 34 meters, and that's done. A square, so here you have a square, has a perimeter of 48. So the square, the perimeter is 48, so that means that 4 numbers add together, 4 numbers exactly the same add together give you 48. So what's each number? What's the area of the square? To find the area of the square, we must find this, the length of each side. So you do 48 divided by 4 to give you the length of each side. That's going to equal to 12. So that means 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 will give you 48. So the side length is 12 each. Okay. So now to find the area, we have the side length. We can just multiply the side length. 12 times 12. That's how you find area. So 12 times 12 gives you 144 centimeters squared. Question C. A playground is in the shape of a rectangle. Okay, so rectangle, it has a area of 60 meters squared, and its width is 6. What is the perimeter of the playground? So if the width is 6, then the length must be 10, because 6 times 10 gives you 60. Okay, now if you have 6 and 10, what's the perimeter? Okay, well 6 plus 10, that gives you 16, and then you double it, and that gives you 32 meter. So that's it. Perimeter is 32 meters. Okay, next one. Question D. My garden has an area of 28 and its length is... Okay, so your garden, it doesn't say it, but it's actually a rectangle. So if you have a garden and they don't give you the length, then that means that it's a rectangle, and its length is 7 meters. So this is 7 meters. What is the width of my garden? So the area is equal to 28 meters squared. So what's the width? What times 7 gives me 28? 7 times something is equal to 28. Well, this have to be 4, so therefore the width must be 4 meters. A playground is in the shape of a square. Okay. With a perimeter of 40. So if the perimeter is equal to 40, that means that we take the perimeter 40, we divide it by 4, and we get 10. So that means this must be 10, 10, 10, 10. Find the area of the playground. Okay, area equals to 10 times 10, and that's 100 meter squared. My garden is in the shape of a rectangle. It has a length of 8 meters and a width of 5 meters. What is the area of my garden? Oh my god, area. 8 times 5, 40, done. Meter squared. A picture is mounted on a frame with a border of 5 centimeters around it. Okay, the length of the picture is twice its breadth. Find the perimeter of the frame. So what this means is the length, this thing, is double of this thing. Now the width, it says the twice its breadth. Breadth is another word for width. So that's that one. So and that one's given to us to be 25. If that's 25, then the length is double of that, which means it's 50. Okay. So you have the picture is 25 and 50 centimeters. So 25 by 50. Now it says there's a border of 5 centimeters around this picture. It says find the perimeter of the frame. The frame is the outside. Find the perimeter of the frame, like that one. So first, to find the perimeter, we must find its dimensions. So I need to know how wide and how long the frame is. So the frame, we have 25, okay, plus, so this is 25, then you need to plus another 5, then you gotta plus another 5 down here. So that makes 35. Okay. Now on the other side, we want to find the width. We have 50, so that's from there to there. Let me just zoom in. Maybe 50 is there to there. No, then you gotta add another. So here's 50. Then you gotta add another 5 for here, and another 5 for there. So that comes to what? 55, 60. So this is 60. That means this. Let me just rub this out for 1 second. That means that the frame is 60 centimeters long and 35 centimeters wide. And we want to find the perimeter. Easy. You do 60 plus 35, and then we double it. So that's equal to 95, and then we double that. That'll be 190 centimeters. Okay. Question H. A square and a rectangle have the same area. So imagine you have two shapes. Hopefully I can turn this into a square. Nope. Okay. That's fine. That looks about right. And you have a rectangle. Alright. Something like that. And these have the same area. If the breadth of the rectangle, so this is a square, let's just make sure we know it's a square by marking the sides, they're all the same. Now if the breadth is the width, okay, that's another word for width. If the width of the rectangle is 4 centimeters, so this is 4 centimeters, and its length is 4 times its breadth, or so the length is 4 times longer than the width. So 4 times 4, that's 16. So this is 16 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the square. Okay, well these have the same area. So let's find the area of the rectangle, and then we're gonna make that the same as the square. So the area rectangle is 4 times 16. That gives you 64 centimeters squared. This must also be 64 centimeters squared. Now it says find the perimeter of the square. We want to find the perimeter of the square. That means you need to find the side length of the square first. So you got to think, okay, the area of the square is equal to something. We don't know the length of this yet. Something. So it'll be something times something, and these are the exactly same numbers. That gives you 64. So how do you work out what that number is? We'll do square root of 64. So you do square root of 64. That gives you 8. That means 8 times 8 is 64. So that means that each side of the square must be 8. Now you want to find the perimeter. Okay, perimeter of the square is equal to 4 times 8, because there's 4 lots of 8s. They've been added together. And that's going to give you 32 centimeters, and that's done. Alright, next page. The figure below shows a right angled triangle. Okay, 2 such right angled triangles make a square. That's true. So here's a right angled triangle, and if you have 2 of them connected together, you get a square. And the only reason it makes a square is because this length is equal to this length. Okay, it's not just any right angled triangle. For example, if I have this right angled triangle, when we have 2 of the triangles, we don't make a square, we make a rectangle. So it doesn't work for every right angled triangle. It only works for this one because the length and the width happen to be the same. Okay, so now it says find the area of 3 such squares. So one square is given to us to be one triangle is 15. So that means that one square, so this must be another 15. So therefore one square must be 30. So one square, the area is equal to 30 centimeter squared. Now they want the area of 3 squares. So one square, 30 centimeter squared. 3 squares, that's just 3 times 30, isn't it? So the answer is 90 centimeter squared. Question J. The figure below is made up of identical squares. Okay, find the area of the figure. So you want to find the area of this. So it's made up of how many squares? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you got 8 squares. Now one square, each square, so one square is equal to, the area of one square is 6 by 6, which equals to 36 centimeters squared. If you have 8 squares, so that means you're gonna have 8 times, so now you do 36 times about 8, because you got 8 lots of these squares. Okay, 6 times 8 is 48. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 4 is 28, 288. So the area of the figure is 288 centimeters squared. Find the perimeter. Okay, perimeter. Remember, this is all 6. All of these are 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just rub this out. Hold on. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you have 14 lots of 6, because each of these sides is 6. That's 6, that's 6, these are all 6. So to find the perimeter, we just add all these 6's up, and there's 14 of them. So 6 times 14 and get the answer. The area of 6 identical squares is that much. Find the length of each square. So 6 squares is equal to 1,176 meters squared. What's the area of 1 square? Well, we just divide it. We just do 1176 divided by 6, and you're gonna get, let's see, this will be 1, this will be 6, this will be 57 divided by 6 is 54, which is 9. Oops, that should be a 5. Okay, and then you got a 3, bring the 6 down, and that'll be 6. So that means 1 square is 196 meters squared. So what is that? So let's have a look. So let me do a square. No, not yet. Okay. So imagine that's a square, and the area of this square is 196. So now we want to find the length of each square. We want to find the length, okay, of that. What is that? So just do square root of 196, or think of what two numbers multiplied to 196 that are exactly the same numbers, and that would be 14. So therefore each side is 14. 14 times 14 is 196. Okay, so the answer is 14 meters, because it's in meters. Alright, next one. Find the cost to tile the shaded region if it costs $14 per meter. Okay, so first we need to find the area of this shaded region here. So we find the area of the big one. So we're going to find the area of this rectangle, which is okay. So that's 32 times 15. Okay. Then we're going to subtract the area of we're going to subtract the area of the middle part, which is given to us to be 250. So let's do this one first. This will be 5 times 2 is 10, 15, 16, 0, 32, 0, 8, 4. So that'll be 480. The area of the entire rectangle is 480. Now you gotta subtract 250 because we don't want that piece. We only want the shaded region. Okay. So this will be a 0. This will be a 3 and a 2. 230 meters squared. The area of the shaded region is 230 meters squared. Now, it says that find the cost to tile the shaded region if it costs $14 per square meter. So what it means is that 1 meter squared is going to cost you $14. So how much is 2 meters squared? That means we're just doubling that. So we double it and we get $28. Okay. What about 3 meters squared? So to go from 1 to 3, we triple it, we times it by 3, so we triple the price. Times it by 3. What is that? Let me see. This will be 42. That'll be $42, and so on. Okay, but you have 230 meters squared. So to go from 1 all the way to 230, we just multiply that by 230. So you got to multiply the price by 230 as well. Okay, so you do 14 times 230 and you work it out what the price is. Alright, and that's the end of week 1. Hope that helps.